Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to find standard deviation of sample data. First I will show you how to find the standard deviation of data when every single data is given, and then I'm going to show you how to find standard deviation of summarized sample data. So if I have all this data given, these are salaries of 10 people in a company. So to find standard deviation I just need to use one function from Excel, which is equal STDEV, and then the input is just all the data. You select the data value, the range, and then you press enter. So 5.0 is the standard deviation of the salaries of these data. You can increase or decrease the accuracy of this data. So if you need two decimal point is 4.98 thousandths. The second example, the second thing I want to do is to find the standard deviation of summarized sample data. So I have a column of class interval and a column of frequency, and to do that I need to use StatCrunch. So I open up StatCrunch, log on with my MathLab ID. You use the same my MathLab user ID to sign on to StatCrunch, or you can just click on the StatCrunch button when you are doing homework in my MathLab. After you do that, then you click on Open StatCrunch, and it would call up a spreadsheet. You are ready to enter your data. So I'm going to just enter the data. So I say this is, well, if you don't want to enter your data, you can actually click on data and load the data from paste, from file, etc., etc. But I'm just going to type it in. One thing you need to remember is for StatCrunch, when you type in something, they concatenate it. So if you want to enter something new in a cell, you need to delete it first before you enter. So I'm going to enter it now. Okay, so I enter my data here. I put the class interval header as interval and frequency as frequency. And notice your class header needs to be here, not in row 1. In the row header, that's where you put your data header. And just make sure that when you enter something new, or if you have a typo, you want to change something, you need to delete the entry first before you enter. Otherwise it concatenate your value to it. And then for the interval, you don't need to provide the upper class limit like in Excel. You actually type the whole interval. It can be in this form, 10 to 13 like that, or you can say 10-13. So both are fine. Then I do a stat, summary stat. You pick grouped binned data because these are grouped data. Then you click, you press enter. Then you need to select your column. So the bins would be in the interval column. Counts is the frequency column. You can go to next to find out what you want to calculate for this summarized data. By default, they always calculate the standard deviation, so you don't need to click this. And then you just click on calculate, and it will show you the table. And standard deviation is here, STDEV 3.548. Okay, so that's how you calculate standard deviation of a summarized data.